So July was just a crazy month for book buying and reading. I really didn't think I'd have anything to show you, but then I looked at my Goodreads page and all the books that I bought, and I have a lot to talk about. So today I'm showing you guys my July book haul and wrap up. These videos can get a little bit lengthy, so I'm going to go through this as fast as I possibly can. I don't remember the order that I bought a lot of these because this month was so chaotic with reading. So for the book haul portion, I have Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. This is also something I read this month. I absolutely loved this book. I picked this up as a part of a book club from Goodreads, and I was kind of skeptical at first about it, but I loved it. The next book I think I picked up was Four by Veronica Roth. I am in love. This was another one I read. I had to pre-order it and read it because I love Divergent, and it was definitely worth the read. Next I have Where She Went by Gail Foreman. I definitely liked If I Stay better than Where She Went, but I still really loved Where She Went. This duology, I guess it's considered, is definitely a really quick, cute, sort of depressing contemporary read. But it's really, really great, so I definitely recommend picking it up. Next up, I picked up Reboot by Amy Gentera. This is a duology I saw Ariel Bissett talking about, and I was really, really interested in it, so when I saw it at Barnes & Noble, I just had to get it, and it was amazing. Next, I have Tease by Amanda Maciel. I don't really know how to pronounce her name. This is another one I found from Ariel Bissett's channel. From what I can remember from the first time I heard about it, it's about this girl who bullied a girl into killing herself, and it's all about the after effects of the bully, I guess it's considered. But it definitely sounds really cool, and the cover is so shiny. Oh my gosh. Next I have Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I loved Since You've Been Gone, so when I found out this was by her, I had to pick it up again. This is a book that I've seen so many people talking about. Oh my god. Everyone read it for Booktubeathon. I know Kelly from Kelly's Bookspill loves this book, and it sounds so awesome, and I just have to pick it up. It has gained so much hype in such a short amount of time, and I really, really need to read it. Then I have Control by Lydia King. This is a dystopian. I don't know if it's a standalone or a trilogy. I'm trying to figure it out on the back. But it sounds pretty cool. I can't really tell you what it's about. I'm one of those people that buy books without knowing what they're about sometimes. But I know that a lot of people love it, and I really need to pick up on reading some dystopian this summer before it ends, so I definitely am excited to read this one. Now for Booktubeathon, I won one of the giveaway challenges. I won the day 6 for my Isabel Lightwood cosplay, which I've talked about a million times. But I won a copy of The Colts Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. This is a book that I've been dying for forever. I never got the chance to pick it up, and now I have a free copy, and I'm really, really excited to read it. It sounds awesome. A lot of people love it, and I know Cassandra Clare, who's my favorite author, and Holly Black have been writing a new series together, so I definitely want to check out some of Holly Black's work before I read that series. So very excited for this one too. So I was at Barnes & Noble the other day, and I was walking in the bargain section, and I'm rarely ever in the bargain section because they never have young adult really, at least in the one near me. But I found a copy of The Host by Stephanie Meyer for $6, and it's $26, so I had to grab it. I think it's about aliens. Am I correct in saying that? I really don't know. But I know that everyone who loves Twilight loves The Host. I think it's like a movie or a TV series or something, but $6 book. You can't pass that up in New York. So the next book I picked up is not a book that I've seen anyone talk about on BookTube. It was just really random. I read the synopsis and I really liked it. And it is Elusive by Emily Lloyd-Jones. It's kind of like The Darkest Minds-ish. A big virus goes out, and then the remainder of people have superpowers, and you can either serve the government or be a traitor, and then you can also be a criminal. So the main character, who can change her appearance, refuses to be a part of the government, so she goes and joins with a band of criminals, and they do stuff in this world. And it looks really, really cool, so I want to read it. What else do I have on here? And then I have the $4 for my unboxing. I have Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I picked this up for the August read for Little Book Club, which is Catriona from Little Book Owl's book club. It seems really cool. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, so I'm interested to see what it's all about. Then I picked up the sequel to Reboot, which is Rebel, also by Amy Gentera. This is a duology. This is the last in the series, and I'm definitely excited to see what happens because I loved Reboot. So this is going to be awesome. And then finally for my haul, I have Taken and Frozen by Erin Bauman. This is a dystopian duology I've been waiting for a while. It's kind of like when you turn 18 and you're a guy, you get taken. I don't really know what happens besides that, but it looks awesome. I've heard good things about it from people who have read it, so it definitely seems like it's my type of book. So that's the book haul. On to the wrap-up. My thoughts on these are going to be really, really quick and incomplete, but if you have any questions on what I really thought of these books, I will definitely leave more in-depth thoughts in the comments. The first book I read this month was To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I actually don't remember if I included this in my June book haul and wrap-up because it says I finished it on July 1st, but I love this book. I have a review which I will link below. This was just such a great contemporary read, and it definitely set me on the summer contemporary kick that I've talked about a million times. Next, I read If I Stay by Gail Forman. I picked this book up because I really wanted to see the movie. It looked great, and then I just put it off reading it for so long. I have no idea why. I was just like, meh, I don't want to read If I Stay. But I finally forced myself to pick it up, and I loved it. It was so good. It was just very short and to the point, and it's like ridiculously short, so I think if you definitely are in the mood for a great contemporary read this summer that isn't going to take you very long, read If I Stayed by Gail Forman. Alright, so next up I have Anne and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I was going to do a review of this one, but it kind of just slipped my mind, and now I'm regretting it a bit now. But this book was amazing. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I don't understand how you could not like this book. I haven't read Lola yet, but I'm very excited to. And Isla should be here soon when it comes out. It's already pre-ordered, so I love this book. It was definitely a great first book for a series, and I love it. Please pick this one up too. A lot of these are contemporaries now that I'm realizing it, but just go pick this one up too. Okay, so next up I read the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. The first book in the series is The Summer I Turned Pretty. The second one is It's Never Summer Without You, and the third one is We'll Always Have Summer, and I hated this trilogy. I'm so glad I didn't buy it. I think I left a review on We'll Always Have Summer at the end of it, but the love triangle was so annoying. I didn't really see any appeal to it while I was reading it. I kind of just finished it because I had to finish it and I couldn't just leave it, but it sucked. I would not recommend it. I already talked about Since You've Been Gone. It was great. Go read it. I also already talked about Where She Went. It's great. Go read it. Then I read An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. Slightly disappointed with this book because I loved it and I loved The Fault in Our Stars. I haven't read Paper Towns yet, but this is definitely my least favorite so far. The whole time I could only think of was John Green high while he was writing. Because the thought of like dating 19 girls named Catherine across his life is just ridiculous. And I don't know, I'm just not a fan. It was good. I didn't hate it, but I was a little let down from it. Alright, so next I have my book-to-pathon reads. That includes The Archived and the Unbound by Victoria Schwab, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, 4 by Veronica Roth, which I already talked about a little bit, Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins, and Reboot by Amy Tintera. I don't really feel like telling you guys about these now because I did that in my book-to-pathon wrap-up, which I will also link below, so you can go watch that if you really want to know what I thought about these books and all my ratings and stuff like that. Then right after book-to-pathon, I picked up The Book Thief. I don't have it with me because I borrowed it from someone, but that was just another amazing book. I'll put the cover here because I think you know what book I'm talking about, but yeah. It took me like 6 days to finish just because it was really long and it was not what I was used to, but I absolutely loved it. It was really great. It is totally a definite read for anyone who like just appreciates literature in general. It was great. Alright, then finally I finished Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I've been talking about the read-along like crazy lately. Yeah, I read this for the Twilight read-along. We finished our last week this week. I finished it on Sunday and it was just amazing. Highly recommend Twilight if you haven't picked it up, and I highly recommend a reread of Twilight because it was just so much more amazing the second time, and if you haven't read it in a very long time, you definitely need to reread this series and put it on your to-read list. And finally, I have The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I'm still reading it because July ain't over yet, but I'm gonna finish it before July. I'm feeling it now. So far this book is amazing. I'm loving it. I'm getting really confused with it, but the plot is really great and the writing is really great. So I just love it. I'm going to be posting a review of it. I've said it. I need a new review on this channel, and The Fifth Wave is the chosen one. So keep an eye out for that. So that's my July book haul and wrap up. I bought 14 books. I read 18, which is pretty dang good for reading. In general, I loved all the books that I read, and I'm really excited to read all the books I bought, obviously. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, comment below if you know anything about these books, or if you want to know more in-depth thoughts, because I rushed this video, because I just hate 10-minute wrap-up videos. Oh my god, why do they exist? But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for a new video. Bye!